Dogs are loyal companions, are furry family members, and often our best friends. But how much do they really understand when we talk to them? Do they know what we mean when we say, sit, stay, or I love you? Or are they just reacting to tone, habit, and body language? This question has fascinated scientists, dog trainers, and pet owners alike for years. We all want to believe our dogs truly get us. And to some extent, they actually do. Let's break down what science says about how dogs interpret human speech, emotion, and commands. You might be surprised at just how tuned in your pup really is. More than just words, dogs and language comprehension. First, let's talk about vocabulary. Many dogs can learn to associate specific words with actions, objects, or events. Basic commands like sit, stay, and fetch are common, but some dogs go far beyond that. One famous border collie named Chaser reportedly learned the names of over 1,000 different objects. That's more vocabulary than some toddlers. But is it just memorization? Not entirely. Dogs are capable of making distinctions between words, even words that sound similar, and they can even generalize. For example, if your dog learns that the word ball refers to one round toy, it may eventually understand that the word can apply to other spherical objects too. But context matters. Dogs don't necessarily understand grammar or sentence structure the way humans do. If you say, let's go for a walk, versus don't go for a walk, the keyword walk might be the only thing your dog picks up. That's why dogs often get excited just hearing the word walk, regardless of the sentence. The secret sauce: tone of voice and body language. Words are only part of the equation. Dogs are experts at reading tone and body language. When you speak in a happy, high-pitched voice, your dog will usually respond with tail wagging and excitement. When your tone is stern or low, they might cower or look guilty, even if they're not entirely sure what they did wrong. This ability to pick up emotional cues is incredibly sophisticated. Dogs can recognize human facial expressions, respond to pointing gestures, and even sense changes in our mood. That's why they often come to comfort us when we're sad or seem extra playful when we're happy. In fact, some studies suggest dogs are better at reading human emotions than chimpanzees, our closest genetic relatives. That's not too surprising when you think about how closely dogs have evolved alongside humans. Can dogs really understand human emotions? Yes. In a 2016 study, researchers found that dogs could match emotional expressions on human faces with corresponding vocal cues. They were shown pictures of happy or angry faces while listening to cheerful or aggressive voices. The dogs consistently matched the tone with the correct face, suggesting they have a real understanding of how emotions are expressed in humans. Some dogs are even trained to assist people with mental health conditions by detecting emotional changes such as rising anxiety or stress levels and responding with comforting behavior. That's not just obedience, that's emotional intelligence. What about the famous guilty dog face? Oh yes, the look. You come home to find the trash scattered everywhere, and your dog is looking at you with those big, guilty eyes. But does your dog actually feel guilty? Experts say not quite. That face we interpret as guilt is more likely a reaction to our body language and tone. Dogs are incredibly sensitive to human responses, and they've learned that when humans look upset, it's best to appear submissive. It's not an admission of guilt, it's a social response. Do different breeds understand us differently? Absolutely. Some breeds are genetically wired to be more responsive to human communication. Herding dogs like Border Collies, Australian Shepherds, and German Shepherds tend to be highly trainable and attentive to commands. Toy breeds like Poodles and Papillon are also surprisingly intelligent and perceptive. That said, all dogs are individuals. While breed can be a helpful guide, each dog has its own personality and learning capacity. Do dogs know our routines? Have you ever noticed your dog sitting by the door right before you get home from work or nudging you at the same time every morning? Dogs are masters of routine. They learn daily patterns, feeding schedules, and even emotional rhythms in the household. They may not know what a clock is, but they can track time based on internal rhythms, environmental cues, and subtle signals. That's why your dog knows when it's dinner time, sometimes better than you do. So, what does your dog really understand? Here's the best way to sum it up. Dogs may not understand every word you say, but they do understand you. They know your habits, your emotions, your energy, and yes, many of your words too. Communication with dogs is a mix of vocabulary, tone, gestures, routine, and trust. And the deeper your bond, the better your dog will be at interpreting what you want or need. Think of it this way. Your dog doesn't just hear you, they feel you. How to improve communication with your dog? If you want to strengthen your connection with your pup, here are a few tips. 1. Be consistent. Use the same words for the same actions. 2. Use clear tones. Keep your voice cheerful for praise and calm for correction. 3. Pair words with gestures. Dogs respond well to visual cues. 4. Reward good behavior. Positive reinforcement is a powerful tool. 5. Spend quality time. The more you bond, the more your dog will get you. In conclusion, your dog may not speak your language, but that doesn't stop them from understanding your heart. Whether it's following commands, responding to your moods, or simply being there when you need comfort, dogs are amazing listeners in their own unique way. So the next time you talk to your dog, remember, they might not answer, but they are definitely listening. What's the funniest or most surprising thing your dog has ever understood? Share your story in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wiseuse for more amazing insights into the world around you.